We're talking about the Kardashians on Hulu. Season 3, episode 2, spoilers ahead, obviously. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, make sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you think of the Kardashians, okay? If you watch this episode, let me know what you thought. Let me know if I missed anything. If you're not watching this episode, let me know what you think about my summary and what you think about what's going on. So, the Kardashians. This episode, not really anything new from what they discussed in the last episode. We go a little bit further into Khloe's skin cancer, her melanoma. The scar is huge on her face. Bandage is huge. Basically, she had stitches on the outside of her face and on the inside of her mouth because they went deeper than than she understood, or it was the tumor was unexpectedly larger than they thought. They say tumor, so I guess it was cancer. Her friend Malika, they're twins, I think this was Malika, came and visited her and cried and got upset and said that the only time she's seen Khloe seem this low was when Khloe's dad, Robert Kardashian, passed. And it wasn't just that she had melanoma and they were waiting, 2 weeks to see if it was cancerous, if it spread, because I had to wait. They did another biopsy to see if there was another thing. They had to go back and cut up more of her face. But also not because of the baby, but because of the thing that came with the baby and kind of the trauma of being a single mother to two. And the drama of Tristan Thompson, to be perfectly honest. Kim went through and read articles about season 2 where people were mad that, Kanye wasn't on the show and Pete Davidson wasn't initially he wasn't on the show as much as people thought he was going to be, and that Khloe wasn't sharing the stuff that happened with Tristan and her surrogacy, which is kind of funny considering, because she said, I didn't share it throughout the season, so people were mad about, because I wasn't even dealing with it myself, which we could very well see. Season 2 of the Kardashians, Khloe, there was no light behind her eyes at all for most of the season, to be perfectly honest, except that first episode, which was in the future when she actually opens up. Whole season 2 seemed very guarded. Season 3, there is light behind her eyes. She seems more alive. Also, I will note that this is just, I ain't a plastic surgeon, okay? I don't know, but what we saw when she had the scar on her face, or the stitches on her face, that face versus the face that was doing the post-interview, Khloe had a very more puffy face, more puff in the cheeks, so I don't know if she has some filler or something. That's just it was a very big notice because her eyes were more closed because her cheeks were fuller. But yeah, let's see. We didn't really see Kendall except when Kylie FaceTimed her. Kylie went to Milan to see her makeup being made, which was very cool. I remember when Kylie posted about that on Instagram, she got a lot of hate. People were like, she's not wearing eye goggles, she's not wearing gloves, her hair isn't up, which for a lab, yeah, they should be doing that. She should have been doing that. And they said that, and Kylie at the time defended herself and she said, oh, well, this isn't where the makeup is made. This is test runs. It's fine. It's not product comes out of here, which makes sense. But also people will probably give Kylie backlash again because the workers that were there were wearing masks. They had hairnets on if their hair was long. So, does it defeat the purpose of what Kylie said? Maybe a little bit, but I don't know if that's prolonged use. I think the mask is prolonged exposure to these chemicals in the air. The hairnet thing, it's kind of hard to argue with. So, but now I'm going to give people a compliment. I think, now, girl, I don't know Kylie Jenner, okay? But I think she's really smart. I think Kim is very business smart, and I think Kylie is genuinely smart. And I say this as someone that I'm currently getting my doctorate in chemistry, in polymer chemistry, and I've been a teacher for many students. Some of them, you could tell, are not smart. This is my compliment for Kylie. I think that if she wanted to, like, actually learn the techniques and make her own makeup, not just like pick the colors, but like actually be in the lab making her own makeup, I think she could. If she wanted to learn the science behind it, I genuinely think she could. And that's my compliment for Kylie. Stormi, oh, T, I think Stormi's allergic to nuts. Because that was the thing, when Kylie was on FaceTime with Kendall, she stopped listening to what Kendall was saying, and I had subtitles on, so I couldn't even read what Kendall was saying, because I was reading the subtitles that were over the text they put to show what Kendall was saying. So if you're watching it, turn subtitles off. But sorry, Kylie was making sure that the chocolate that Stormi got didn't have nuts on it. So I'm thinking Stormi's allergic to nuts. New thing to learn or to know. Also, Stormi seems like such like a well-behaved kid. Like, we've seen Kim's kids not as well-behaved, perfectly honest. We've seen True. She also seems like really well-behaved. Does that say something? I think so. Oh, this was also funny. So the producers asked Kylie, who taught you how to do your makeup? And Kylie said, Khloe was always really good at makeup. She's like, but I think, she did my makeup a couple times, but I think I really just trial error taught myself. Which is so funny, because in the Kardashians, or Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe talked about how she was really bad at makeup, and Kim was so much better at makeup. Kim always made fun of, like, how she did her makeup. So I think that's just, like, a funny comparison. I think Kylie really looks up to Khloe, you know. Probably because they both seem empathetic. We haven't got into the drama of Kourtney being pissed at Kim for the Dolce & Gabbana thing yet, which is like the main preview. And I'm like, I would have thought the main preview would have been like the cancer stuff, but apparently it's Dolce & Gabbana drama that hasn't happened yet. Kourtney is talking about her vitamins that apparently she's been wanting to do for 5 years, but she didn't have the right mindset, the right situation now that she's been working on it for 2 years, I think, because they had footage of her taste testing things from like 2021. But I guess like before she was dating Travis, she wasn't in the right mindset to, what is this beeping noise in the background? She wasn't in the right mindset to actually put forth the work, which is annoying. She puts it up to her and Kim being 18 months apart, and Kim always saying, well, what's your brand? What's your thing? And that really put Kourtney down to wanting to start something, which, I mean, I get, but also you're like 40 something. Not really an excuse. You just didn't want to put in the effort. And the preview for Kourtney now is she's doing interviews and publicity for her vitamins, and she's super nervous, and why did she do this? She doesn't want to do this anymore. And it's like, you don't have that work ethic. So I don't really have as much empathy. Like, I have empathy, but like, this was your idea, you know? Um, let's see what else. There was something else. Kim crying about Kanye again and how one day her kids will understand. That was like the first scene. Scott Disick flipped his car. He's in this episode a lot more. He flipped his car. It's because it was like a low rider, got stuck on like a curb and it flipped, and Chris checked in on him for that. Oh, not Chris, Khloe, Kim, and Scott had a conversation about if they want to keep doing the show, and they said they do want to keep doing the show. And Kim said she loves helping people through the show. And apparently she has a lot of letters from people saying, "You've helped me by watching you go through this thing," and blah, 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 which did not expect to hear that, but go off. If that's true, good for you. Yeah, the best parts of this episode really was I liked going to see Kylie work in the lab. That was cool. Probably because I'm biased towards working in labs. I enjoy it. And seeing Khloe talk about this melanoma stuff. Like, apparently it's deadly. Like, and the doctor said it could have spread any minute, so they had to rush her in to cut it out of her face. I think that's crazy. I had no idea. I think that is what they should have previewed. That should have been in the preview, as well as the Dolce & Gabbana stuff, whatever you want, the drama. I think people would be more like wanting to watch to hear about, you know, the skin cancer stuff, because nobody takes skin cancer seriously, I feel like. You gotta wear sunscreen. Wear sunscreen, bitch. It's very important, okay? That is the takeaway from today. Wear sunscreen. Don't get skin cancer. My dad yells at me that all the time because we got that ginger skin from his grandpa. And we burn up in the sun. So sunscreen, very important. Wear some today. Like this video if you wore some sunscreen today. Or you put on sunscreen. Comment down below what you thought about this episode if you watched it. Honestly, it was... I mean, I sat through the whole thing. It kept me entertained, I think. It's good. It was good background noise, you know? The Kim stuff, talking to Dolce & Gabbana, this was another thing. She, was kind of like, oh, I feel like maybe I shouldn't be the face. She was saying that in front of, like, Dolce. And I was like, girl, shut up. Don't undersell yourself in front of the people who could take this away from you. That's so stupid. That was just dumb. But, yeah, good background noise, unless it was the Kylie stuff or the Khloe stuff. Then it was good. So yeah, that was this episode. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think. And I'll see you guys next time.